Hey guys, Brendan Bradford here from Sporting News. We're counting down to an epic cruiserweight rematch between Jai Opetaia and Ben Kelleher on Thursday night. It's going to be a rematch from their 2018 fight, which Jai won by TKO after Ben got injured. I'll start with you, Ben. What are your thoughts on that first fight, the way it ended, and how long it lasted? What are your thoughts on it now, 2 years on?
Like I've been asked this, I think, every day for the last 6 weeks. It's one of those things. People get injured. I got beaten by the better boxer on the night. I knew going into the fight that was going to be an issue for me, the injury that I had already sustained. So, Jai, once I got injured, Jai picked the perfect plan, which was just pick me off and did his job. So it is what it is. At the time I was a bit upset about it, and it was a difficult pill for me to swallow, but it's in the past. It's all good.
Jai, for you, the amount of time that the fight did last, what did you make of Ben? And what did you make of his performance and what he brought in those couple of rounds that did last for?
I felt like we were just getting started, really. We were just working each other out and I felt like it was about to start getting exciting, but yeah, not much you can do about it now.
Looking back on that, Ben, obviously this is a chance for you. Is it like a redemption sort of tale for you? You want that fight back?
Yeah, I guess not so much redemption, but it's like it's for myself. It's like Jai's continued to show everybody that he's the best in Australia in the weight division. Certainly after he beat Mark, and for me, my legacy as a boxer is or as a fighter, I just want to have fought the best guys. So I think rather than redemption, because I have no desire to have any sort of negative energy towards that fight or towards Jai. It's more for me about proving to myself that I'm, I guess, staunch enough to continue to fight at the top level and take on, the best. And there's so obviously demons for me with the broken hand, and it's stuff I think about all the time. So it's just, again, it's personal for me to go, fuck, it's fine. I'm still going to go ahead and fight again, and what will be, will be.
Do you sort of look at where Jai's gone since that fight and, where he's positioned in the Australian boxing landscape and sort of maybe think, that could have been you or could have been a different story?
I think we've both got different journeys. Like Jai's journey is obviously to the top of the boxing ladder, and I think that no matter what happens for him and I on Thursday, that's where he's going to end up, because he's got a good team. I keep saying that he's continuing to improve, and he's got a great team. So I don't think I wanted to be there. I don't think that's been a goal of mine ever with boxing. But for me, it's like it's a personal thing. I love the challenge. I love fighting the best guys. I love fighting itself, whether whatever discipline that is. I love to compete. So it's more for me about getting in the ring with who I believe is the best in the country, or the best person that I'm allowed to fight at the time.
Jai, for you, I suppose there's unfinished business here as well. A lot of people, a lot of things have been said over the last couple of years that, if the injury didn't happen, maybe the fight would have gone a different way. How do you see those comments?
Man, there's always comments, bro. You can't please everyone. Everyone's always got something to say after a fight. But I'm looking forward to getting in the ring and putting on a mad show for the crowd. We've been out of performance for a long time, so it's good, and I'm happy I get to do it with Ben, because like you said, we got unfinished business, and and I know he's a tough dude as well. So I'm looking forward to it. It'll be good.
Ben, I saw a little wry smile on your face there with that question. How would the first fight have gone without the injury?
Yeah, look, it would be, there's two ways I can answer that question. I mean, it'd be egoic of me to say, I would have smashed him, and it would be silly for me to say I believe he would have won, because what sort of boxer says that? But I think he was right. The reason I laughed is because we were just getting started, and I felt comfortable in my shoes. Like I felt like I belonged there. And you get to an occasion as big as fighting Jai Opetaia, and you go, fuck, I'm actually here. This is awesome. And I felt awesome going into the fight. So I just hope that I get to experience that same energy again when we meet again. So that's what I look forward to.
Jai, there was, I think it was in maybe round 1 or 2, Ben landed a nice sort of, I think it was an uppercut, got you on the chin there, and you sort of smiled at him and sort of thought, "Let's go." Did you? You didn't feel it. You didn't make much of it.
Oh man, you get hit with some shots in a fight, man. Everyone gets hit, but
Yeah.
I was sweet. I didn't feel like I was rocked or anything. I thought it was good, and if anything, it sort of pumped me up. So,
Ben, what do you reckon? Do you reckon he got him?
Nah, man, like, you get touched with punches all the time. I know what you're trying to do. Stop trying to make us fight before the fight, bro. You get touched with punches all the time, and I know for myself, I'm very visible when I get hit with going, yeah, I acknowledge when I get hurt, or when I get hit, and I don't believe that hitting someone cleanly would constitute being hurt. Like, we continued on and got on with it, So no, I don't believe that was a game changer or anything like that. No.
Ben, do you think there's anything here where, maybe Jai's thinking, like, I beat this guy once, I can do it again and move on? Do you think he's coming back
course.
to...
I know that I'm the opponent going into this fight, and rightfully so, because look at the career that Jai is having so far. But that, with respect to Jai, that leaves no pressure on me. Like, so long as I do myself proud and perform well, then that's what can be asked of me, as opposed to the amount of pressure that's on someone who is the champion or the guy that's supposed to win, So I feel that alleviates a lot of the pressure from me, and means that Jai has a bigger task ahead of him. So if anything, that's probably working in my favor.
Jai, do you feel there's any sort of extra pressure here? A rematch, obviously the biggest stage as well.
Man, well, I've been boxing all my life, bro. This pressure thing, embrace it. Fucking soak it up. When time comes to fight, man, just fight to my ability. And I'll back myself, man. I've been training hard. The pressure, I'd put more pressure on myself if I wasn't training hard. You know what I mean? And we've ticked every box going into this fight. So, I'm feeling confident, if anything.
You've got a couple of common opponents, but I think probably the most you could probably take out of either of those past fights is the Nicholas Charalampos fight. Ben, what did you make of Jai's fight against Nicholas a year or two ago?
No, it was awesome. Like, the thing that Jai does well is he doesn't rush, and the thing with Nick is that you can't really rush with him, because and Jai will agree with me, he's dangerous all the time. I did 10 rounds with Nick, and throughout those 10 rounds with him, he hit me with some great punches where I was wobbled, and we got through it based on my fitness and my volume. So I watched Jai, and I love Nick too. Like, he's a great dude as well. So it was difficult for me to watch him lose, but it was just a cool fight to watch. I enjoy fight sports as a fan anyway, so it was cool.
And Jai, same question. Ben's fight against Nick, were you able to sort of take anything out of it?
I haven't even watched it, to be honest, but I know with Nick, man, people take one look at him and they think, oh, Jai should knock him out. But he's a crafty little boxer, man. He knows his way around the ring, and just his defense was awkward, and like he said, he's an awkward fighter, so it makes it a bit dangerous. You know what I mean? You're trying to hit him, and his head's down here, and you're reaching and stuff like that. So, but it was a good learning. It was a good learning fight as well. I got the 10 rounds out. So, there's nothing negative come from the fight. It was all positive. So.
And Jai, a win this Thursday, where does that sort of put you? Where do you want to go, say, in another year or so? Where do you see yourself?
By this time next year, man, I really want to be fighting for that world title, and got to win these first, and early next year, hopefully get that. We're fighting for a world title eliminator, so we just gotta take these fights first, fight by fight, and
And Ben, obviously, I know it's probably not going to be your main sort of focus, but derailing that derailing that path towards the world title. Obviously, it's just something that you want to have by winning this fight on Thursday.
Yeah, I don't think beating Jai will derail it. Like he's pretty focused, and I support his journey and any Aussie boxers or Kiwi boxers' journeys. You know, I hope he gets the world title. But on Thursday, I'm fighting to do a lot of things for myself, prove to myself my own toughness, my own abilities. Like after not being boxing for very long, to have this opportunity to fight someone on the world rated dues, it would be stupid of me to not prepare and try and act like I'm world rated myself. So I'm coming strong, you know.
Too easy, boys. Jai Opetaia, Ben Kelleher. Best of luck Thursday night. Can't wait to watch it.
Thank you, brother. Cheers, bro. Appreciate it.